Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is your host Carmina. Today to continue our series of 52 cards in 52 days where we explore the meanings of each and every one of the cards of the playing card deck, but in a more deeper manner than in other videos, right? Because we also have other videos that are for more absolute beginners and you can see the general keywords and meanings for the cards. But here in this series we are just taking each card and we are learning about its symbology. We also look at the overlying card, and we also look at the natal spread, which is a lot in 20 minutes or less, okay? Okay, so today, because it's the 11th of February, it's the turn of the Ace of Spades, okay? It's the first of the aces, it's the first of all the cards. If you consider the suit order to be spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds, the Ace of Spades is the first. And with the Ace of Spades is born the spade suit. And out of the spade suit is also born the rest of the suit. So this is a primordial card, you can say. It's the very beginning, because since it's a spade and spades relate to the self, it's the beginning of the self. It's a potential. It's not yet defined what it is, but it is a beginning. It's a start. It's a fiery start, because spades also relate to the fire element. So yeah, a potential, a beginning relating to the self, relating to one's health, relating to one's work, because spades are all about hard work. And of course, the Ace of Spades is a very occult card. Some people consider it's the most occult card. That's why also when you see poker decks, you will see that the Ace of Spades has a special drawing, a special artwork there as compared to the other aces. So the Ace of Spades is really something. It's like bursting out of something. It's the fire within pushing out, pushing towards life, okay? And no wonder that the Ace of Spades is connected to the Sun card in tarot. And I'm just going to show you a little Lego tarot deck, because my daughter has Legos, and I found Lego tarot, which is quite nice. Yeah, so the Sun card in tarot. Because why the Sun? The Sun, of course, is an active beginning. It's something that pushes you out there. It's like a burst of newness. And that's what the Ace of Spades is. If you watch Ernst Wilhelm's videos, he will compare the Ace of Spades like the seed bursting out, sprouting. So it's a seed of something. It's a seed, and in order for a seed to sprout, it takes immense energy, immense effort, yes? So that's why the Ace of Spades is also connected to making effort, like clearing the darkness and just bringing forward a light. And that's why also the Ace of Spades is an integral part, and of course the essential part of the Jack of Spades, which is the soldier, the fighter, the person who takes a lot of risks, and the most hardworking of all the Jacks, okay? The Ace of Spades. So the Ace of Spades can show a revelation about the self, something new, like going deeper into the self and digging up something new that you didn't know about the self. It's something new, very related to your own person, related to your inner life, related to your work, related to your health, and to your psychological health as well. yeah, if you read pip cards reversed, or if in the, you know, in the Cards of Truth software, you see the Ace of Spades with Pluto and with, I don't know, Saturn, the North Node, like everything cruel there, then this, it might be that you have to take another look. Yeah, so you think you have an idea, but you have to look again. So it can be like a new revelation about the self, like a breakthrough that is delayed, or that is not quite there, like you have to go back, like get a new revelation, go back into the deep well of consciousness and find out another new thing about yourself. Okay, yeah, so it's a start that's not quite working. And what else can we say about this Ace of Spades? If we look at the underlying and overlying card, we see that the underlying card for the Ace of Spades is the Seven of Hearts. So this newness about the self comes from an experience, a past experience of heartbreak. Okay, so the person is very emotionally disappointed, and then they have to come up with something new about themselves. This is the motor of this. So it's very interesting because, you know, the spades and the hearts are very compatible, and also the 1 and the 7 have a particular relationship. The 1 starts, the 7 ends. So from something that ends, the 7 of Hearts, comes something new, the Ace of Spades. And the Ace of Spades is, of course, connected to the Sun card, as I said in Tarot, and as a planet, it's connected to the Sun, the beginner, the active beginner. And the 7, of course, is connected to planet Saturn. And the Sun and Saturn, if you are interested in Vedic astrology and mythology, the Sun is the father of Saturn, okay? Saturn is kind of the illegitimate son of the Sun, born out of the Sun and the shadow. So it's really interesting how these two connect, the beginning and the end, and how there's like this father-son relationship between them. And also how from a pain, from an emotional pain, there comes a revelation about the self. And now let's see the overlying card of the Ace of Spades, and that is none other than the Two of Clubs. So I'm just gonna hold it like this, something like that. The Two of Clubs is a card that is very, it's connecting to an idea, connecting to some sort of training, connecting to some sort of education, connecting to a person intellectually. It's an intellectual connection. So after the person has a revelation about themselves, or not the person, it's like a process in life. Then that process naturally evolves towards the Two of Clubs, which is connecting to an idea. Isn't it wonderful how cards work? And now I'm just going to tell you what are the days, the birthdays of the Ace of Spades every year. And it's 13th of January, 11th of February, 9th of March, 7th of April, 5th of May, 3rd of June, and the 1st of July. So we have plenty of potential Ace of Spades in the world, okay? And again, I'm going to remind you that it has to be, their birth time has to be after sunrise, because this card system, the way I practice it, is sunrise sensitive. So if you're born after sunrise at your place of birth, then it means you are an Ace of Spades. If not, it means you are the card on the day before, okay? Okay. And now we are going to take a look at the natal spread of the Ace of Spades person. And I'm just gonna do like a little spoiler, you guys, because the Ace of Spades, I have a friend who's an Ace of Spades birth card, and I have a family member, and they are quite the loners, yeah? The Sun, of course, is number one. It relates to number one. It relates to a beginning, and it also has this more cruel energy of going forward regardless of what happens. And of course, the spades are a lonely suit. So an Ace of Spades will be intrinsically lonely. And paradoxically, they are on the path of the Six of Hearts. So what they are seeking is emotional comfort. They are seeking emotional connections that are more lasting and that are validated by society. So they are seeking for emotional commitments. That's what we can say about that. However, their birth spread is not so conducive for that, because even if you look at the first card, which is their kingdom, you see there the Seven of Hearts. So you see there a lot of heartbreak, okay? So that's their kingdom they are building, a lot of shedding emotions, like letting go of emotional disappointments. And of course, that's not easy. Then the Moon card is another seven, the Seven of Diamonds, and that's particularly difficult to have on the Moon card, because the Moon card shows the early childhood, so it shows like a loss for the person. It can be a material loss, or depends also on the cusp and what planets are there, but definitely loss and some financial strain, because the Seven of Diamonds is like the kind of the breakdown of finances, and just, you know, working towards finding better, making better sense of finances. And of course, the Seven of Diamonds is always interpolated, it's always in exchange with the Nine of Hearts. So, you know, that's a very difficult to access card. It's also a spiritual card. So, yeah, the person can find some meaning in spirituality, hopefully, if the other factors in their spread are conducive to that. The Mars card is pretty good. It's another spade. It's the Five of Spades. So how they deal with obstacles, they just avert them. They just avert obstacles, but it's a way, the way they avert them has to do with a lot of effort. It can take a toll on their health, the Five of Spades. You know, the Five of Spades is a crisis of the body. So somehow they get rid of, you know, these obstacles by having a crisis of the body. So that's going for them in a way. So like a more cruel thing, a more difficult thing that's going for them. Of course, I'm just gonna refer to the cards because it also matters where the planets and where the cusps are placed, and that depends on your birth time and birthplace. But now we're just going to focus on the cards, and already you see that there's a lot of truth there. There is a lot of, you know, valid points made by the cards alone. Then we have Mercury. It's a Jack of Hearts. The Jack of Hearts, of course, is, you know, the lover card. It's going from one thing that you love to the next, and it's beginning new feelings in a long-lasting way. So maybe with friends, maybe they don't have like the friends forever and ever, but the friendships they have, they influence each other for life, okay? Also, let's not forget to mention that because this is an Ace of Spades spread, the first card, the Seven of Hearts, has particular importance, and also Sun, the planet, has particular importance. Then we go to the Venus and the Jupiter cards. They're both 9, so a pretty tough spread. 2 sevens, 2 nines, a 5, and the 2 in a bad place in the Saturn place. So this 9 of clubs on the Jupiter card shows some willing to perfect the knowledge. It shows like the desire to get at a higher level with the inspiration, with their knowledge. Also probably a lot of you know, like demand by these persons. If this person is a woman, They're going to have like high demands from their partner. They're going to look for a partner who's very intellectually skilled. And they're also going to have high expectations from their children because, you know, Jupiter is also connected to children. Yeah. And a lot of contracts happening for this person throughout their life, because the Nine of Clubs is also the card of concluding a contract, an agreement. That's a tough one to have, the Nine of Spades on the Venus card. So again, they like to be alone. The Nine of Spades is the loner card, is the Karma Yogi, is the Hermit. They like their loneliness. So even if they are men or women, they are kind of loners, and they also prefer a partner who is a loner, because the Venus card also relates to the women in one's life, and it also relates to what the person likes in general, what their tastes are, what they like doing, what brings them satisfaction. And, you know, loneliness and just doing their work by themselves, that kind of brings them the most satisfaction, although they probably won't admit it. And then the Saturn card, the Two of Hearts, is connecting to something emotionally. It's also the intimacy card, so intimately connecting to something, and that kind of gets destroyed there because it's on the Saturn card. It's on the 7th placement, which is the Saturn placement. But if Saturn is also helping, and Saturn there, you know, in this particular example is with Venus, so Venus helps, but the Sun is also there, and the Sun is an enemy to Saturn. So it's a mixed bag right there. You know, if the Saturn is really good, then the person can, you know, after a lot of effort and hard work, and, you know, in the second half of their life, they will be able to have their emotional connections with more ease. But in the first part of their life, especially if they don't have other factors working for them, it's going to be really difficult. If you look at the note cards, you see the King of Diamonds and the King of Hearts. So they come from a background of financial abundance. They were high level with their finances, and they need to learn to become more generous and like loving parents. The King of Hearts. The Uranus card is, of course, what we can bring to the table on a collective level, what's unique about us that we can bring to the table, and that's the Four of Clubs. That's being secure with their inspiration. And how they connect on a deeper level to the world, they do that when they connect to their material resources, when they connect to a concrete skill, when they connect to a land. Like that concrete connection makes them bond on a deeper level to the collective. And then the Pluto card is where they suffer most, is where they have a lot of expectations. So they're an Ace of Spades, so they're already part of the Jack of Spades energy, correct? But because the Pluto card is there, they have a lot of expectations to be more like this all-rounded soldier, this all-rounded spy, this person who would do whatever it takes to survive, who would take a lot of risks. But they kind of have to over and over again let go of that and just stick to their birth card, their Ace of Spades, and just the beginning of that, just always finding out the truth, the beginning, okay, rather than just being an all-rounded soldier and risk-taking machine. Yeah, so that's about it for today about this Ace of Spades. The diamond cards are continuing in the following days, but let me check the calendar. We will continue the next videos. Not right now, we're gonna do them in the month of March. So 4 more card videos in the month of March. Until then, stay tuned for more examples of card reading videos. Stay tuned for more astrology videos. If you like this card deck, you can order it. I'm gonna post a link below. It's a great card deck. It's created according to the Cards of Truth principles. And I think the imagery is very beautiful and it's very conducive to your card readings. Also, I am currently offering classes, Card of Truth classes, where we go deeper into the meanings and we study a lot, we practice a lot. And I'm going to start a new series towards the end of March. I'm going to make a video maybe tomorrow about that and let you guys know how you can register for these card classes, okay? Okay, I'll see you again soon. Bye!